Hello and welcome back to Process of Elimination. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time, we all made it safe, but oh no, the red XPX is still chasing after us, and oh no, Armor took a hit and fell down a giant hole with the red XPX, effectively neutralizing it, but unfortunately we lost one of our best comrades. And afterwards, we were just trying to survive. We fought with some invisible SPXs. We had an SRPG section where you just essentially tried to last 9 turns or like find all the clues and whatnot. We found out that this was actually not an accident, and we didn't just chance stumble across the red XPX. No, someone actually alerted to us. And after finishing the investigation, we arrived at like a helipad, and also found that the red XPX is on our tail. And Watto, after the investigation, finds out, no, this thing doesn't use sight, doesn't use like feel or like use hearing. It uses scent, detecting the scent of blood. We lure it under the helipad and crush it with the lander up and down thingamajig. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, that was really intense. But the truth is, we found out that someone was behind this, and it seems like all the evidence pointed to Renegade Detective, who was trying to make people in our group understand the value of life and their choices. And he just kind of runs away after Workaholic shows up. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, nope, bye-bye. And now we're just kind of dealing with that. Yeah, I'm like kind of heartbroken because I really liked Armor, and I was like in a spot where I was like, whew, okay, we're all safe. No! But yeah, I didn't expect Renegade to actually be this active so soon. I thought he'd be like either the main culprit or the victim of the last case. And you know what, he still could be since he got away. But yeah, I didn't really have any suspicions until the investigation, but literally everything in the investigation pointed towards him. So there was really no getting out of it. But now we're visited by the Quartering Duke, and let's see what he's going to talk about. Man, he really likes to talk about the culprits right after every time they're revealed. Yeah, don't use it carelessly. You might get cancelled. Wait, what are you talking about? We were kind of right. You know, I actually wasn't, because I was really blanking out. So there was actually nothing in my head. So you're wrong. This person was abnormal since birth. I mean, that could apply to anyone, but technically I feel like it applies to Renegade the most, but I'm pretty sure he is not the Quartering Duke. Oh, a little bit too close. I wonder where the Quartering Duke gets the time to do this, because we're literally with them. Unless they are like so... I was gonna say, unless they can see into the future and like narrate this to us, but then I was like, that's crazy. No one can see into the future. Wait. Just try it.
ねえ、今見てもらった通り、サイコパスなんていくらでも演じられる。逆もまたしかりだ。本物のサイコパスは君の隣人かもしれないし、同居人かもしれないから気をつけるといい。
It could be anyone.
いや、もしかしたら君自身が。
It's Watto. It's Watto. Sometime after Workaholic and Renegade races away from us.
無能探偵、水を入れてきましたよ。あなたも飲んでください。と、少女は女神のような優しさでもって水筒を差し出した。
With the grace of a goddess. Wow, you really pat yourself on the back, don't you?
ありがとう、文学さん。水道の蛇口があって助かったよ。
Oh, thank
ちょう
God.
ど水も切れていたしね。
Okay, so we have some resources now. Do we still have food?
ここは何かの格納庫。おそらく器具の手入れ用として水道を引いてきたのでしょうね。
Yeah, that makes sense.
少女は推測する。
なるほどね。おいしい。場所が場所だからちょっとぬるいけど。
Hydration flows through my parched body. My fuzzy thoughts grow a bit sharper. We still don't have a plan for what to do next. Teki looks downcast in particular. No surprise considering Renegade's behavior towards him and his role in Armor's death. Posh is usually quick to push forward, but she too has gone silent right now.
家族さん、このヘリポートで地上へと上がればみんな助かるはずです。
We're the leader now.
見通しのいい朝になったら僕たちで地上に上がって助けを呼びましょう。研究棟でしたら通信機の一つくらい見つかるでしょうし。
Man, I haven't seen the light of day in a long time. Please let me go up.
なるほど。悪くない案かもしれませんわね。
Posh sighs broodingly, then looks into my eyes with a resolute expression.
無能さん、あなたは他の皆さんを連れて地上へと上がりなさい。
What are you gonna do?
家族さんは？
社畜探偵と下道探偵の後を追いますわ。自分一人になってでも私は探偵として引くわけには参りません。
That is very, very rash, considering that both of them are now murderers.
彼らは秘密の通路を知っていたのですから、ヘリポートで先に脱出できたはず。それをしなかったのは、この先に何か目的があるからに違いありません。のんびりと待ってはいられませんわ。
そんなの危険すぎますよ。
I recall Workaholic's advice. Unlike him and Renegade, I don't have the kind of conviction it takes to kill in order to achieve my goals.
そうですよ。もうこの事件に足を踏み込むのはやめましょう。
Yeah, let's just let them play Tom and Jerry and we'll just leave the house, man. Don't involve with them. Teki situates himself between Posh and myself before continuing.
実は僕、もともとこの事件に参加する予定ではなかったんです。
それってどういうこと？
私たちは皆探偵同盟からの要請を受けて参加したはずですわ。それが参加する予定ではなかっただなんて。
本当に呼ばれていたのは僕の師匠、探偵紳士だったんです。要請を蹴ろうとしていた師匠を見かねて、僕が代わりに参加を申し出て。
His mentor is a detective gentleman who we've seen in our lexicon, which now should have some new stuff. Yep. So we have some new words from the, from the investigation. So, you know what? Let's actually take a look at it. The Dayless Knight seems to have gotten an update. No, okay, this is new. According to Renegade Detective, this criminal organization formed from the successors to Lucifer, the most nefarious criminal in history, as well as the mastermind behind the Dayless Knight incident. There are no further details, but Renegade says that he, Downtown, and the Duke are all members. Okay. He's like, I'm not evil. I mean, I might be evil, but I'm a different type of evil. Case of the Shinjuku Rainwalker. Oh, we heard about this before. This bewildering case involves a string of murders that only occurred on rainy days. No clear motive could be determined. As the rainy season began, the National Police Agency needed a quick resolution to the case, so they turned to the DA for help. Being the individual best equipped to understand the psychological makeup of this Rainwalker, Renegade Detective was assigned to this case. The case was ultimately resolved. However, due to Renegade's skillful incitement, an accompanying officer made a failed attempt to shoot the culprit. Oh man, he really had to mess around, even with the officer. Renegade was punished severely for his misconduct, and following the incident, the aforementioned officer quit the National Police Agency and joined the DA as Inspector Detective. Oh man, he even led him to changing his career. Holy crap. Surprisingly, Inspector and Renegade have occasionally been paired up for investigations and appear to be on good terms. They're on good terms. Oh, okay. Maybe in that case, Renegade was doing the right thing in making him fail to shoot the culprit. Maybe killing the culprit wasn't the right choice. I'm not sure. Alright, the Gingami family suicide. Years ago, a bloodstained child was found wandering in a residential area. In the young boy's home was his father, dead by hanging, and his mother, whose corpse had been mangled beyond description. According to the child's testimony, his mother had gone mad upon discovering her husband's dead body and flew into a frenzy, attacking him. The child was apparently able to take hold of the mother's weapon, killing her in retaliation. Clearly an act of self-defense, there was plenty of reason for sympathy, yet the boy was still treated as a crazed killer by the public, becoming the topic of chilling tales and gaining the nickname Child A. Oh, is this gonna be Renegade? So I remember Renegade, he killed his parents, or maybe at the very least his mother. So when he said that he said that he, like, I don't know if he said he loved his dear mother, but he did phrase it as dear mother. Maybe it was for this, because he admitted to killing his mother, but maybe it didn't really seem that it was malicious. It was self-defense, unless there are more details that we are not privy to. The reason for this was simple. During a TV interview, the boy cheerfully recounted the murder of his mother, how thrilling it had been, and how much he had enjoyed it. Ew. Many have sought Child A out to sate their dark curiosity, but as these meetings have consistently ended in disaster, doing so is not advised. It might have been Child A. Gingami. I'll have to try to remember that name. The collapse of the Never Child CC? There was once a notorious juvenile detention center known as Never Child Correction Center. The facility housed youth that had committed grave crimes and employed their borderline abusive education methods to thoroughly neutralize their children's mentalities. As a part of their education process goal of fostering independence, the older children were granted some autonomy, resulting in bloody power struggles amongst the juveniles. No child left the way they had been when they first entered. Such was a goal, at least. However, these power dynamics shifted when Child A, the infamous serial killer, enters the facility. Each faction scrambled to get Child A on their side, resulting in a violent struggle with many casualties. The facility soon closed after, and with Child A being sent to another correctional center. At the time, he shared the following with a smile. At least that kept me entertained for a bit. Okay, yeah, this is totally him. He even mentioned how, I think Workaholic mentioned how at the jail that he was in, there were actually several deaths. The case of the altered Mona Lisa. Oh, this is going to be the one with Posh, I believe. A second variation of the famous Mona Lisa was discovered in Italy and dubbed the alternate Mona Lisa. Although its authenticity was highly debated, an exhibition was held at an art museum. Ideal and Posh happening to be visiting at the time, so they went to go see the work. Posh knew that the painting was fake at the moment she laid her eyes on it, however. What's more, she suspected murderous intent. Right before the exhibition, the painting had been covered with numerous extra layers of oil paint. On top of damaging the art itself, the paint was highly flammable and moments away from igniting. Posh swiftly and successfully put out the fire with Ideal's aid. The museum's owner, who had been responsible for managing the painting, was then arrested. Their motive stemmed from their frustration towards the public for blindly flocking to see a blatant fake just because it was publicized, as well as towards the media for egging them on. Ooh, wow, so we actually see some of the Posh's competence, which I'm glad we finally get to see a little bit because she has been useless this entire case. Okay, I may be exaggerating, but like she really hasn't rubbed me off like the right way. Okay. I'm kind of surprised Teki wasn't invited here because he's actually ranked pretty high in the organization. I think it was like 16? No, 20. But at the very least, he's ranked higher than like Armor, Shibuya, and Rowdy. So like, it's pretty up there. Would have thought things would turn out like this.
探偵紳士。
探偵紳士。序列こそ私より一つ劣りますが、実力は理想探偵にも並ぶと言われる実力者ですわね。
Wow, there are several people like that.
愛弟子がいると聞いたことはありましたけど、まさか科学さんだったなんて驚きですわ。道理で優秀なわけですわね。
I wonder if Gunjoji is in the DA, like Wato's master. I forgot. I remember he had an alias, but I forgot what the alias was. I think it was like Lazy Detective or something. Let's take a look. Gunjoji. Degenerate Detective. I don't know if that's better.
ええ、師匠は本気さえ出せば国内最高の探偵だと思います。ただ頭の中はいつも女性のことばかりで、今回も女性とのバカンスを優先するとかなんとか。
He was chasing tail.
だから僕は師匠に代わって皆さんの力になりたいと思って参加したんです。でも僕が出しゃばったせいで武装さんは。
科学くんは悪くないよ。武装さんは僕の体質に巻き込まれただけだから。
Nah, this was just clearly Renegade. Guys, you need to stop blaming yourself.
そんなことありません。僕が下道探偵の策を見抜けていれば、そもそも誰も傷つかずに済んだんです。
If that's the case, then it's everyone's fault for not catching. Are you gonna blame us all?
僕が師匠みたいに強ければ。
I understand Teki's feelings to a painful degree. I still can't forget the moment Holmes was killed right before my eyes. No matter how much we grovel or repent, the dead can never answer or rebuke us. So in turn, we lash out at ourselves.
もっとも君の場合はこうして死者が見えるわけだがな。
Yeah, I can see the dead. Some of the dead.
感謝していますよ。
If only we get to see the victims, this would be a lot easier.
この島であなたに出会えなかったら、きっと僕はいつまでも後悔を引きずったままだったと思います。
だろうね。下道探偵と意見が似通うのは不本意だがな。人は自分と関わった者の死を背負わずにはいられないものだ。科学くんを励ませるのは君だけだ。さあ、声をかけてやるといい。
僕なんかに励ませるでしょうか。社畜さんの言う通り、誰かを殺す覚悟だってないのに。
殺せることが覚悟？笑わせてくれるよ。
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
殺すことなど狂気を持たせれば子供だってできるじゃないか。覚悟などと上等な言葉を使っているが、その実はもっと単純だよ。
Yeah, even a child A can do that.
単純って？
自分の背負うものを投げ出す逃避だ。生きれば生きるほど人は多くのものを背負う。そして背負えば背負うほど投げ出せなくなる。全てを投げ出すことが覚悟か。ルールから外れることが勇気と呼べるのか。ルールがあるからこそ人は己を律し社会の秩序を保てるものだ。ルールを失えば野生の獣と変わらない。本能のままに獲物を追う野獣を指して勇者と呼ぶ者は一人もいないよ、ワト君。
Holmes' words served to organize my thoughts, which would have been in disarray for some time. She's absolutely correct. I thought I was pathetic for my lack of resolve, but if killing is what it takes to display it, then I don't need it. I don't want to be a detective who slaughters the guilty. I want to be a legendary sleuth who eases others' suffering, like the kind I see in books.
ごめんなさい。僕はまた他人の言葉にホロホロして。
That's why she's here.
出しまって。
It's for the support you need.
悩むということは乗り越えるべき障害と向き合っている証さ。私にとっての勇者はワト君、君だ。他の誰が否定しようとも私だけは君を否定したりしない。私が君の全てを肯定してみせよう。
That's really sweet, and it has shown throughout the game. I mentioned this before, but like Anytime we do something wrong, she's still supporting us. She's still saying that's a good aspect of you. Don't forget that, even if it might not be the time.
だから顔を上げろ。無能探偵と呼ばれる君にしか語れない言葉が必ずあるはずだ。
That's all Holmes says before she vanishes like a puff of smoke. This must be the downtime her consciousness occasionally lapses into, something akin to sleep. She'll be gone for a few hours.
煽るだけ煽って眠るなんて困った人だな。
I let out a sigh and raised my head up.
科学君、僕らも先へ進もう。ここで立ち止まったらきっと一生後悔するよ。
無能さんまでどうしてですか？どうしてそんなに強くいられるんですか？社畜さんも下道探偵も平気で人を殺す人です。
Man, I said this last time, but he's like 12. They really piled all this stuff on a 12-year-old.
彼らと関われば自分だって殺されるかもしれないのに、どうして？
そんなの怖いに決まっているでしょ。ですが私たちは別にバカンスを楽しんで怪我もなく無事に帰るためにこの島を訪れたわけではありません。この島を訪れた理由はただ一つ。八崎港事件の真実を解くためですわ。あの二人の真意がどうあれ、社畜探偵と下道探偵が八崎港に関する手がかりを有しているのは確実。
Hey, that's, giving some good advice, actually.
今ここで後を追わなければピンカートン家の名に泥を塗ることになりますわ。
And like that, you've ruined it.
さすがは家族さん、全部言われちゃったよ。
I smiled wryly, then continued speaking directly to Teki.
僕も昔目の前で友達が死ぬのを助けられなかったことがあって、今でも夢に見るくらいトラウマなんだ。自分を許せなくなるよね。科学くんの今の気持ちよくわかるよ。吹っ切れる必要なんてないし、吹っ切ることは難しいと思う。きっと科学くんにできることは今の気持ちを抱えて前に進むことだけだよ。まあそれが苦しいから問題なんだけどね。
You need to sound more confident, Watto.
僕はこの体のせいで生まれてからずっと誰かの負担になってきたんです。探偵としても迷惑をかけるなら僕
No, you're a lot better than Posh.
科学くんは僕らにとって大事な仲間だよ。
あなたが迷惑だと言うなら、赤いおばさんは迷惑千番地獄行きでしょう。安心してください。
Ah, man.
少女が優しくフォローする。
Tell it like it is, Bookworm. Tell it like it is.
それ誰のことを言っているんですの？私のことでしたら許しませんからね。まったく。でも文学さんの言う通り、科学さんよりもずっと私や無能さんは迷惑をかけてい
Wait,
る
why
で
am I
しょ。
there? I solved everything.
何よりあなたの失敗はリーダーである私の責任。何も気にすることはありませんわ。
She's trying to share the burden by saying, I'm in charge of you. It's not just your fault.
科学ちゃんがいなかったら私たちはとっくの昔に毒で死んでいるわよね。
Oh yeah, and I was in there for a while having an entire conversation.
失った命よりも守った命に目を向けましょう。それが生き残った私たちの義務だと思うわ。
科学くん、僕はね、この体質のせいで家族を失ってるんだ。だから僕は武装さんが死んだ時まただって思った。もうみんなとは一緒にいられない。一人でもこの部屋に残ろうって決めていた。僕には守りきれなかった命を背負う責任がある。ここでみんなから離れることはその責任から逃れることなんだって。命を背負う責任ですか。
飛躍くんの言う通りだよ。難しいことだって分かってるから僕らと一緒に背負っていこう。武装さんの分まで八崎港事件の謎を解き明かすんだ。
無能さん。
Teki wipes away his tears using his sleeve on his lab coat, then looks up. His eyes and nose are still red from crying, but his face shows no sign of doubt. His pupils are as clear as the cloudless blue sky. Even though he has two different colors.
弱気になってしまってごめんなさい。
Alright, we got him back on his... not feet? But chair, there we go.
僕も皆さんと一緒に先へ進みます。必ず僕らの手で八つ咲き子を捕まえましょう。
There we go.
科学くん、よかった。
やはりリーダーである私の激励は最上級に効きますわね。
Oh, fine, I'll give it to you this time, Posh. You did good.
では早速ヘリポートで地上へ上がる班と先へ進む班とで二手に分かれて。
Still think that's a bad idea.
あ、それはやめた方がいいです。
Shot down immediately, now that he's in the game again. Yes! Techie rejects Posh's orders outright.
実は先ほどヘリポートを地上へ上げるとき、洋館の時にも使った監視カメラを設置しておいたのですが、こんな光景が映りました。
Does that mean there's something up there? I mean, if this goes to that lab, I think it was called Snarks, it would mean, or Starks, I forgot, it would mean that there's a lot of poison gas there too, because that killed like a whole bunch of people, right? Techie shows us the screen on his tablet. Oh, god damn it!
理想探偵を殺した黒い SPX。 どうしてヘリポートのそばに？
I mean, it was originally there.
僕らがヘリポートから地上に上がることを見越した罠ではないでしょうか。少なくとも無策で地上へ上がれば全員殺される危険性があります。
I think we can go back to the mansion. Maybe the gas is cleared out. There's gotta be some kind of ventilation. It's been like 5 days.
なんですって？じゃあ先へ進むしかないじゃありませんの。八つ咲き公は暗に先へ進めと言っているのかしらね。
絶対に後悔させてやります。と、少女はまだ見ぬ犯人に呪詛の言葉を吐いた。
Ooh, it just occurred to me. All of our brawn, except for potentially Gourmet, is straight up gone. Because it used to be mainly Armor and Rowdy. Then we found out that Renegade's pretty strong and Workaholic is pretty strong. But all of them are now gone in some capacity. The only one that can really do any like physical action is probably, well, first Watto, since he seems like he's above average, and Gourmet, because she used to be like a professional ring fighter.
どうせ最初から私は先へ進むつもりでしたわ。
Yeah, sure.
さあ行きますわよ。いざ下道探偵たちのもとへ。
And where's that?
待って家族さん。もしかしたらこの先には罠があるかもしれないよ。
Yeah, please, you need to chill. We don't have armor anymore. You can't tank anything anymore.
ひとまずこの部屋で休息を取った方がいいんじゃないかな。この先は休めるかどうかもわからないし。
It depends. Are there any other resources here? Can we actually rest properly?
僕も飛躍くんに賛成だよ。今日はいろんなことがあったから、そろそろ疲れが押し寄せてくるだろうしね。家族さん、今日のところはもう休みませんか？疲れた状態で先に進むのは危険ですよ。
庶民はこれだからいけませんわ。私は体力も一流。一人でも先へ行きますわよ。軟弱者はここで待っていなさい。
Simmer's milk sops. As she speaks, Posh climbs to her feet. Egats!
大丈夫ですか？何もないところで転んで、やっぱり疲れてるんじゃないですか。
はあ？私は全然疲れていませんけど。ここで時間を使って下道探偵に逃げられては最悪じゃありませんか。
He already has. There's nothing we can do.
断固たる意志で先へ進みますわよ。
Oh man, now I've done it. All that did was rile her up more. Communication sure isn't easy.
ねえ家族さん、僕も一緒にこの先へ進みたいんだけど、今日のところは休む時間をもらえないかな。部下である僕の都合でごめんね。でも殺人鬼である下道探偵と社畜さんが相手だから万全の体制でないと不安で。
If you go by yourself, you will literally die. Even if it isn't them, you will trip over a rock and hit your head or something. You're not exact. You don't have the best track record when it comes to leading. Got played.
OK ですわ。部下の体調を第一にしてこそできるリーダーですからね。また器の大きさを感じさせてしまいましたわね。
Like a fiddle.
飛脚ちゃん、徐々に家族ちゃんの扱いが上手くなってきているわね。
Shh, don't say it out loud or she might catch on. No, shh.
腹黒前髪失敗マン。
Watched Bangs?
文学さん、そのあだ名は本人の前では禁句に。
You also didn't speak in third person. You're out of character. With that, the group decides to get some sleep in the underground hangar. The air is pleasantly warm, making the room just the right temperature. We'll be able to get plenty of rest, even without any blankets. We all drink a bit of water, then lie down to sleep, as if toppled by our exhaustion. Okay, so... I'm not exactly sure what the next setting is. We're in day 8, morning. After resting for the night, we set off down the passage in pursuit of Workaholic and Renegade. They're probably way too far anyways, but at least we'll be rested. Ooh! How many of these identical tunnels have we seen by now? I'm getting sick of this. We keep getting this one design, where it curves like to the right.
まあそう文句を言ってやるな。ずっと昔に作られた地下の住居を改造したものだからな。改装が不要な箇所はそのままなのだろう。こんな地下に施設を作るだなんて、昔の住人も機密警察もなかなかのアホなのだろう。
Idiots.
目立たない施設を作るためとはいえ、機密警察も相当苦労したんでしょうね。
I'm totally accustomed to having homes inside my head now. We continue conversing until we come across a shuttered gate. We must have arrived at the next facility.
飛脚さん、危険な気配などは感じませんの？
Nope, we're good to go.
大丈夫。特にシャッターの向こう側からは何も感じないよ。
Dolfo touches the shutter and makes his report, after which Posh approaches it.
では、リーダーである私がシャッターを開きますわ。
Alright, don't get stabbed.
罠があるかもしれませんから、皆さんは少し離れていなさい。
I considered taking her place, but the denouement isn't giving any reaction. So instead, I'll just keep quiet and let our chief handle this. I mean, I don't really understand how the denouement works, because like, you can only make a picture of the future if you see it, but how can you do that based off of information that you can't see either? Like, how would you know whether or not she'd get like stabbed or anything if you can't see the other side, so you don't know whether or not there's something to stab you?
開きますわよ。
she was trying so hard to lead and she can't lift it up. Posh lifts up the shutter while making distinctly undignified noises. Oh, no, she got it. I was wrong. For a moment, I think my vision's gone completely black, but then, oh, it's the light! Ooh, we're in like an office building now. The lighting reveals an entryway to what appears to be some sort of hospital.
自動で照明が。ここ、一体。
There's no trace of life in this cold, artificial place. The synthetic scent of vinyl hangs in the air, completely unlike the earthliness of the maze. Judging by the great deal of chatter as okay, sorry, I was like, chatter? There's no one here! As her eyes glance about the room, everyone seems to recognize this place to some extent.
何なんですの？先日入った研究棟の入り口にそっくりですわね。
Oh, it's a research facility. Okay.
そっくりどころか全く同一です。窓がないことくらいでしょう。と、少女は自らの記憶と照らし合わせながら言った。
So it's identical to the other building, but without the windows. Or is our key gonna do any good then? Will we find a place where we can actually use the key that we got?
でも地上の美味しい空気は感じられないから、地上ではなく地下なのは間違いないわね。
Oh, maybe we're in the same building, but just a different floor.
そこの正面のエレベーターは起動する？起動するなら、下道ちゃんたちはもう地上へ上がっている可能性もあるわね。
ボタンが反応しません。故障しているのか、電気が止められているのか、いずれかでしょう。
Is there a keyhole?
今まで歩いてきた時間、傾斜を考慮しても、ここが研究棟の地下施設なのは間違いありません。エレベーターを使えば 先日僕らも入った地上の研究棟へ上がれるのではないでしょうか。
よかった。じゃあエレベーターを修理すれば地上に上がれるんだね。
ええ。問題はこれまでの施設のような罠があるかもしれない点ですが。
今の時点では大丈夫だと思う。今までの施設と違って脅威の気配を全然感じないよ。下道探偵たちにさえ気をつければ危険はないんじゃないかな。もちろん油断は禁物だけどね。
ちょっと安心したよ。今までが今までだったから。探偵デバイスでマップを見る限り階段も存在しないみたいだ。地上の施設とは完全に孤立していて、陸の孤島ならぬ地下の孤島だね。
This area only seems to have one floor. I thought we were established that this was part of the research building, which has multiple because there's an elevator. Unless they're just talking about the amount of layers on the D-pad's map? It's totally isolated from the main complex, like a remote island. Okay.
家族さん、まずはみんなでこの施設の中を見て回りませんか。下道探偵たちの目的もわかるかもしれないし。
もちろんそのつもりですわ。サシモの下道探偵もこの人数が相手ではそうやすやすとちょっかいはかけられないでしょうからね。さあ皆さん参りますわよ。私についてきなさい。
Thus, we begin our investigation of the underground research facility with Posh at the helm.
暑いですわ。なんなんですのこの施設は。
Oh wow,
迷宮とそう変わらない暑さじゃありませんか。
Are we close to the volcano?
昨日眠るのに使った格納庫よりも全然暑い。狭いから。
Oh, it's also suffocating because there are no windows or circulation.
お姉さんは寒い国の出身だから。
In the mother country of Russia.
苦手なの。
安心してください。僕が今からアイスフレンズカチコチ系を作りますから。
Please, we need Freezy Breezy ASAP.
今から完成を待っていたら蒸し鶏が完成しますと、少女は暑さに参りながらも律儀にツッコミを入れた。
Fulfilling her role as snarker.
見て、この部屋エアコンがついてるよ。
Be careful, it might be a trap.
入ろう。
The moment Dolfo says that, everyone's sweat just goes back into their face. It's like, I can hold on for a little bit longer. We enter the lab and immediately hone into the AC's remote, quickly cranking the fan to max and adjusting the temperatures to the lowest settings. I will say, going into an AC'd room on a day that's really, really hot as balls is like one of the best feelings ever. The AC pleasantly cools my flushed skin. It's got considerable power and a strong airflow, chilling the room in no time.
エアコンは最高ですわね。やはり扇風機など時代遅れ。帰ったら私の事務所にも導入したいものですわ。
Oh, you don't have AC in your office, you peasant.
ああ、わかりますよ。僕が働いている事務所もお金がないって言って扇風機しかありませんから。
Well, if you're broke, you gotta make ends meet.
貧乏事務所と同じにされては困りますわ。私の事務所はただアンティークな家具を好んでいるだけですので、あしからず。
I will misunderstand.
無能探偵。
No longer third person again. Bookworm repeatedly tugs at my sleeve and I turn to face her. She looks frightened, shrinking close to me as she gestures towards one of the many PCs lining the rows of desks. Oh right, I didn't even notice that PC screen was on! Should have noticed! I then noticed that one of the PC monitors has flickered to life.
そこ。いきなりパソコンが一人でに。
She sounds scared. She's like, oh my god, is it a ghost?
誰も触ってないのに変だね。
I check out the screen with Techie and see a login prompt. I was gonna say, go Techie, you're the tech person. Techie gleefully takes charge of the situation, already seeming to have an answer. Brute force!
とスリープ状態のものが混じっていたんですよ。おそらくマウスを動かしたら起動する設定になっていたんです。
Oh, okay.
エアコンの風でマウスのコードが揺れて起動したってことか。 たまに家でもあるよね。
You were very fortunate.
心霊現象ではないのですね。と、無能探偵はからかうために行っていた怖がるふりをやめながら
Yeah.
少女は問いかけた。
Yeah, the frightened act that she put on for solely messing with incompetent. Yeah, sure, you tell yourself that.
だから怖がらなくても平気だよ。
Baka! Using all her might, Bookworm delivers a sudden kick to my shin. Ooh, what the heck? I didn't think I said anything off-putting.
ねえ待って、スリープ状態だったってことは直前まで誰かが使っていたってことじゃないかな。
That is possible. Not 100% true, but it could be possible.
おそらくその通りね。そして使っていたのは下道ちゃんか社畜ちゃんのどちらか。この PC で何を見ていたのか調べる必要がありそうね。
Gourmet sticks her nose close to the keyboard and sniffs. Then, for some reason, she begins licking the keys. Okay, that's a bit much. I understand what she's trying to do. She's trying to understand which keys were pushed so that she can accurately determine what was typed. So maybe she can get the password or something. But that is going a bit far.
美食さん、何をやってるんですか？
もちろんそうさよ。この PC を見た容疑者 X ちゃんはパスワードを入力した時にキーボードに触れているはず。
I can taste it.
私の相棒ならわずかに付着した人の油だって感じ取れるわ。
Alright, but you're
信じて
typing.
待っていてちょうだい。
I don't want to touch that afterwards.
ごめんなさい。よろしくお願いします。
Thought you were just hungry? What does this keyboard taste like? We wait in silence to hear the result of Gourmet's analysis. After 5 minutes, her thorough taste test is complete.
容疑者 X ちゃんがパスワードの入力時に押したキーボードはおそらく A、E、D、H、T、Y の6種類よ。
So the first 5 letters, I was like, oh, death. But the Y? You can also write head T. Let me think about this a little bit more. I have no idea.
他にも油の味と匂いが感じられた箇所はあったけど、その6種類だけ風味が強かったわ。押し間違えないよう慎重に力んで打ってしまったのでしょうね。
Huh. Interesting.
ありがとうございます。お腹壊れないといいですね。
I believe she's immune to that, actually.
これくらいなら全然平気よ。でもキーボードって最近の巣窟だから良い子は真似しちゃダメだからね。
素晴らしい活躍ですわよ、美食さん。それでは早速
So
A、E、H、T、Y
dumb.
と入力してみましょう。
So dumb.
いや、今のはただアルファベット順に言っていっただけだと思うよ。このまま入力したって意味はないかなって。6種類の文字によるパスワード。僕のパスワード解析ツールを使っても解析に半日かかります。
We don't want to get timed out, you know.
もしパスワードが何か意味のある文字列ならこの6種類の文字でいろいろと考えればいいだけなのですが。
She's got the entire lexicon or the entire password. I mean, dictionary in her head. She's like 6 letters. These letters. A, D, E, H, T, and Y. Death immediately springs to mind, but that leaves out Y. Oh, thank you.
デスに Y をつけて形容詞形にしたデシーとか。
庶民らしい俗な考えですわね。パスワードに形容詞などありえませんわ。
Thank you, Posh. You just confirmed my theory because you thought it was wrong, and you're always wrong.
パスワードは Y の後にですを続けた Y です。つまり関西弁で Y は死んだという意味ですわ。パスワードを考案した方は関西の方だったのでしょうね。 Y を関西弁で Y と呼び替えるルイス・キャロル並みの言葉遊びを取り入れた芸術的なパスワードなのですわ。
How about you, zip it before you're proven wrong? Maybe say this afterwards?
パスワードは The Day 少女は正答を告げた。
The day. I didn't even think that was 2 words. Yeah, it completely crossed my mind that it might be 2 words. Crud! Okay, I had the same thought process as Watto. Death.
The day? その日ってこと？
Bookworm gazes at our perplexed faces and sighs before beginning her explanation.
明けぬ夜という組織の語源はおそらく、シェイクスピアの戯曲、マクベスのセリフ、明けぬ夜はないからです。
Macbeth was the one with Duncan and the 3 witches and Macbeth's journey to becoming the ruler, I believe, through like a lot of underhanded methods. I remember reading Macbeth, but honestly, in high school, I was just kind of skimming through it. I don't really remember the details too much. I don't remember that line. I feel like maybe someone who remembers Macbeth might have been able to deduce that.
そしてそのセリフの原文は、The night is long, that never finds the day. このセリフにおいて、The day は夜明けを意味します。
Oh, okay.
もし探偵同盟が明けぬ夜の打倒を志しているなら、これ以上にふさわしいパスワードはないと思いませんか？と、少女は察する力のない年長者たちに、今節丁寧な解説をしてあげた。
I mean, the logic checks out. The organization meant to fight the dayless night is just called the day because it's no longer the dayless night.
すごいよ文学さん、絶対にそれだよ。
少なくともワイは死んだよりはマシかと思います。少女は嘲笑をこらえながら言った。
I really like Bookworm now. She's so snarky in a way that like it just pokes fun of everyone.
この知れ者！
なんで僕が
Posh slaps me for some reason.
ビンゴです。パスワードが通りました。さすがは文学さんですね。
I hope you use your squeaky cleany friend in order to disinfect the keyboard. Taki sits triumphantly before the monitor, but almost immediately his face clouds over.
これはよほどこの PC を調べていた方は慌てて出て行ったんでしょうね。
Their files are still open?
ファイルが開きっぱなしだね。
Ah!
直前までこの PC を見ていて、僕らが近づいてきたから慌てて逃げたのかな。
If I had to choose one person, I'd probably say it was workaholic.
探偵に関するデータベースみたいだけど、何を見ていたかわかる？僕らと遭遇する危険を冒してでも調べたい何かがあったってことだよね。
Maybe Workaholic was looking at the history of all the remaining detectives to find who the mole was.
直前まで見ていたデータを復元してみます。少し待っていてください。
The keyboard clatters as Teki gets to work. Then a few moments later,
どうやら直前まで見ていたファイルは持ち去られたようです。でも何を見ていたかまでは分かりました。
どんなファイルが持ち去られたの？
下道探偵に関する情報です。そして彼につけられている首輪に関する資料。
okay, no, Renegade probably did this. It's like, you can't blow up my collar no more. Bye bye.
首輪って社畜さんが言ってた条件を満たすと爆発するっていう制御装置のことだよね。
For what purpose did the person using this computer need that information? Did Renegade Detective take it in hopes of removing his collar, or did Workaholic intend to trigger the explosion somehow? The mysteries just keep coming. I mean, if Workaholic wanted to do that, he wouldn't, erase the data, right? Because that way more people can find it and get rid of Renegade. We checked the rest of the units, but nothing of note has been left behind. The layout of the other rooms are nearly identical and similarly turn up nothing. We do, however, get the AC running in all of them, greatly reducing the floor's overall humidity and making the area much more pleasant to be in. Okay, that's good news at least. We continue searching similar rooms for some time.
この部屋も最初の部屋と同じか。
I forgot, were there papers on the ground before? I didn't notice that actually. Okay. As far as I can tell, this computer lab is like all the others that we've searched till now. It's been several hours since we began this fruitless investigation, and the exhaustion is showing on everyone's faces. However, there's something in this room that sets it apart from the rest.
嗅いだことのある匂いがするわね。
あのゴムバンドの匂いじゃないかな。
A rubber wristband. Did someone have one of those?
ゴムバンド
Oh, one of those. I don't remember anyone wearing those though. Doleful motions to a desk where a cardboard box filled with rubber wristbands has been placed. Man, I remember these. I used to have a lot of fun with them. Just slinging at people. I mean, nothing. Why on earth is this here?
そっか、無能ちゃんは説明を受けていなかったわね。
That's something you use for like swag, like just here's a freebie, make sure to remember us.
この研究棟を訪れた客はそのゴムバンドをつけるのがルールらしくてね。
Oh, those are
カードキーの
key
役割を果た
cards.
してくれるのよ。
Wow. All right, let me have one.
職員かゲストか、はたまた不法侵入か見分ける役割もあったんだろうね。
Please tell me this opens the pathway to the kitchen. Please tell me there's a kitchen. There has to be one here.
僕らは自分のバンドを持っているから、無能くんももらっておきなよ。きっと役に立
じゃあ一つ持っておこうかな。
I take a wristband from the box and slip it into my pocket.
誰かがパソコンを使用した形跡は見られませんでした。
荒らされた形跡もゼロ。私の記憶する限り、先ほど見た部屋の通りです。と、少女は歯がゆく思いつつ報告する。
はいはい、では次に参りますわよ。探偵たるものいつでも前向き、悩んでる暇などゼロですわ。
本がいっぱい。
Books.
少女は目を輝かせて喜んでみせた。
地上の研究棟では見られなかった古い書籍がたくさんありますね。社畜さんと下道探偵の目的もこの本なのでしょうか。
ただ見るからに電気関連の設備はなさそうだね。この部屋はまた後で調べることにして他の部屋を調べようか。
少女は抗議の視線を無粋な男に送る。
You uncultured monster. It's
ごめん
books.
また後で必ず調べるから。
I am the book girl. You can't do this to me.
あったありました。これが分電盤ですよ。
We're in luck. Just after leaving the archives, we come across the apparatus we've been seeking. The what board? The distribution board. Oh, okay. Is it that thing in the corner of the room? It looks like a metal box embedded to the wall. We opened it to see a large circuit breaker like any house would have, jutting from the center. I see.
この装置を分電盤と言うんですのね。
I'm gonna try to restart the elevator. I kind of forgot we were doing that.
マンションとかでも見かけるけど、これってどういう装置
Second breaker.
一言で言ってしまうと、文字通り電気の分配装置ですね。電線から流れてくる大きな電気を施設内のいろんな場所に分配する役割を担ってます。分配している電気を遮断することもできるので、この廊下の場所のブレーカーを落とすと、
電気が消えた。ついた。
このように各ブレーカーを操作することで一部の場所の電気だけを遮断することも可能です。
Oh crap, this is gonna be relevant. Someone's gonna turn off the power in a specific area or something when they commit the next murder.
ブレーカーって電気を使用しすぎると落ちちゃうものよね。今すべての部屋でエアコン全開だけど大丈夫なのかしら。
まだ調べきれていないのでそこまでは分かりません。でもブレーカーの機能として過度な電気使用があった場合に落ちるのは家庭用のものと変わらないはずです。科学くんは本当に何でも知ってるね。自宅でもっと電気が使いたかったから分電盤を無制限な仕様に改造しちゃったことがあって、それで少しだけ詳しくなったんです。
It's really unfortunate because my house caught on fire multiple times.
すごい執念だな。
Passion is the greatest motivator when it comes to learning, but I'm also positive that doing that constitutes a crime. It has to.
僕はしばらくどうしてエレベーターのボタンが動作していないのかこの分電盤を調べてみようと思います。しばらく時間がかかると思うので 皆さんは自由に休んでいてください。
僕らだけ休むなんて申し訳ないよ。僕らもそばにいるよ。
そうだよ。科学くんは下道探偵に興味を持たれていたから襲われちゃうかもしれないしね。
ですが、あまり人が多いのも集中しづらくて。
では、申し訳ないのですが、お言葉に甘えて、女性陣は失礼いたしますわ。実は、先ほどシャワー室を見つけましたの。レディーである私としては、一刻も早く汗を流したいのです。
Oh, yes, there's a shower room. Yes, we can finally clean up. Oh, we finally have some modicum of, like, civilization again. Yes!
あ、そうなんですね。なら僕たちはここで待っているので。
あなたも来るんですのよ。
What? Yeah? It ends up falling on me to keep watch while the female detectives shower. They're defenseless in there, so having a guy guard the outside makes sense. Not sure why they picked me, though.
一番男らしいと認められた証拠じゃないか。誇りたまえよ。
Oh, wait, now I think about it. Actually, let me take a look at this. I think right now we're only a group of 6. So we have Watto, Posh, Gourmet, Doleful, Techie, Bookworm, and yeah, so it's 3 guys and 3 girls left.
まあ、科学くんはまだ幼いし、飛躍くんは中性的な印象がありますしね。
さて、では行こうか、ワトくん。
Just leave them?
どこにですか？見張りをしておかないと。
わからないのか？
No, you're not sick. Why are you like this?
シャワー室を覗きに行くに決まっているじゃないか。
We're gonna freaking die!
女性が何を言ってるんですか？
Oh man, I might make this a thumbnail. It's just kind of charming in a way. Oh no, we're gonna die. We're so gonna die. Gourmet was like a professional, I forgot, wrestler, fighter, something. She beat Rowdy. I immediately blurted out my reply. She's a legendary detective, sure, but what in the world is she getting at? Oh man, she was also trying to peek at us in the shower too, I'm just saying.
女性だからといって舐めてもらっては困るよ、ワトくん。こう見えても私はミステリーと名の付くものなら古典からライトノベル、果ては漫画まで分け隔てなく読んでいる。
Then you can go check it out yourself. If I do it, I'm gonna die.
そしてこのような場面では大抵覗きに行くのがお決まりとなっているはずだ。
いや、あまりにもイメージが偏りすぎているでしょ、それ。青年誌の漫画限定じゃないですか。というか、あなたも女性なんですから、覗きなんてする男性は最低だって思うでしょ。
ああ、死ねばいいと思う。
Why are you trying to get us killed?
じゃあさせないでくださいよ。
Once again, I find myself shouting out loud. How could a legendary detective even suggest something like this?
でも安心したまえ。私にいい考えがある。
もうそのセリフからして不安なんですが。
エンドシーイングは悲劇を読む力。そして覗きを行った男の末路は悲劇と決まっている。あとはわかるな。
That's what you're using this special ability for? You see, we're not actually going to go in. You're going to imagine going in and dying, but you'll have seen what you needed to see.
わかりません。わかりたくもありません。
本音を言う。思いついてしまった以上、もう知的好奇心がうずいて抑えきれないんだ。エンドシーイングで覗きができるのか試してみてくれ。
God damn it.
いい加減にしてくださいよ。やだって言っているじゃないですか。僕は正義の探偵を志しているのに覗きなんて。
Oh god, he's saying this out loud. Someone's probably gonna hear him. Wait, don't tell me. This feeling, it's...
つられたな。私は常にシャワー室を背にしていた。
God damn it.
私に反論していれば、シャワー室を視覚情報として認識してしまう。それに、自分が覗きに行くという可能性について意識が向いた。
The world is slowly losing color and form.
エンドシーイングが発動する条件は満たされた。発動するのは自然の道理だ。
No! The next moment, my vision flickers. I'm just saying, Bookworm's like 11.
無能ちゃんと親しいけれど、なんとも思ってないの？
あんな庶民に何を思いと言うんですの？
Wait, was she talking to... Oh, she was talking to Posh, okay.
私は素敵な子だと思うけどね。目標に一途だし、いつでも一生懸命で他人思いの子だし。
Oh man, I really hope that he doesn't peek on us or else I might lose all respect I have for him.
全然ダメダメのヘナチョコですわ。男性でしたらもっとたくましくて凛々しくて、私のおじい様のような正義の人でないと。
言い過ぎです。無能探偵を悪く言うと、私が許しませんよ。
Oh man, we have a little sidekick.
少女は家族探偵に睨みつけた。
But then she's gonna lose all respect for us when she turns to her right.
ごめんなさいね。悪く言ったつもりはないのですわ。もちろん同じ志を抱く探偵の仲間としては心から信頼しておりますわ。正直救われたとさえ思っています。本当は自分がリーダーになど向いていないことも器ではないことも重々に承知しておりますの。
Oh. Huh, she actually admits it. Interesting.
ですが、ホームズがいなくなった今、何かあった時に責任の所在を求められるのは自然の道理。この島での出来事は私がリーダーとして全ての責任を負います。ですから皆さん。
Whoops. My voice inadvertently slips out at Posh's confession, so this is why she's so fixated on being our chief. I see her in a completely new light, but unfortunately, because I said something, I gave away my location.
どうして見張りが入ってきてるんですの？
It's red! We're gonna die!
無能ちゃん、それだけはやっちゃいけなかったわ。さようならね。
She's just like, goodbye.
やはりロリコンペド野郎だったのですね。少女の中での無能探偵の評価が音を立てて崩れ落ちていった。
Yeah, fair. I mean, technically, if he did this, there are 3 different people here. It wouldn't be you, necessarily. But, yeah, it doesn't matter in this case. Posh's clenched fist hammers directly into my face. I hear the sound of a bone snapping. Why did you do that? Why?
おかえり。大変な目にあったね。まさか本当に殺される羽目になるなんて。
Did you just die, bro?
とても興味深い経験ができた。実際に風呂場の覗きなど決して行っていいものではないな。
You think? She's still recovering. My head is pounding, my vision is skewed, my nose won't stop bleeding. What in the world is happening to me?
ああ、すまない。思わぬ自分の死に脳が混乱しているのだな。いくら予知とはいえ、自分が死ぬという情報は脳への負担が大きい。そうやすやすと見ていいものではないから気をつけた方がいいぞ。
Oh no, his nose is bleeding. Are they gonna misinterpret that as like some, you know, pervert stuff?
殴っていいですか？
Try it. Try it, Watto. Oh man, but like using the denouement really puts a pressure on his brain and kind of could potentially knock him out for like a few hours. This precious time used just for peeking in the showers.
触れられるものなら触れてほしいくらいだよ。
Holmes giggles with pure, unadulterated delight. After spending so much time with her, I've come to realize that she's childlike, mischievous, and more fraught with negative traits than I thought. Not as ideal as I would have imagined. She's an absolute nuisance, but oddly enough, I find that side of her to be as charming as anything. Ultimately, my heart's been completely enraptured by this woman, Saika Sherringford Holmes.
あなた、鼻血を垂らして鼻息を荒くして何をしているんですの？
Frickin' knew it. I look up to see Posh and the others. They must be done showering. I can faintly catch the pleasant smell of shampoo. A shower sounds nice. I think I'll take one myself later. Right now, though, the real issue is how I appear. Breathing hard near a shower, nose bleeding. That's not good. In fact, it looks absolutely criminal.
違うんです。これは違うんです。この知れ者。
Posh chops me squarely on the head. It stings, but I'm overjoyed that it doesn't kill me. Oh man. The look of disgust that I saw Bookworm give us. We continue combing every inch of the facility while Teki works on the distribution board. But despite our best efforts, we can't find any trace of Workaholic or Renegade Detective, both of whom should have beaten us here. Wait, hold up. It just occurred to me, I thought I would have a choice whether or not to use the denouement, but it was mandatory. That was for story purposes. It wasn't a side quest. Was it to like make us understand Posh a little bit more? Because she was the center focus of that scene about how she understands her inadequacies, but she still chooses to be a leader. But that was mandatory. Since the elevator isn't working, they must still be here somewhere. It's definitely odd, though. In such an enclosed space, where could they have gone?
美食さんの鼻で外道探偵たちを探せませんの？
ごめんね。鉄分とかゴムとか油とか食べたことのある味に置き換えられる匂いなら嗅ぎ分けられるのだけれど、私たちの匂いも入り混じってしまっているし、ヤマトちゃんみたいな芸当は難しいわね。
Oh, I didn't realize that. Actually, no. Rowdy's scents were extremely powerful, especially when she could smell like the traces of blood.
ただ確かなのは、見つからないことは探偵にとって重要なスキルの一つ。下道ちゃんや社畜ちゃんのような一流の探偵が本気で隠密に徹すれば、そう簡単には見つけられないでしょうね。
あの二人なら僕らが入れない思いもよらない場所に潜んでいそうですし、チャンスを待つしかないかもしれませんね。
こそこそと隠れてエレベーターが治るのを待っているんじゃありませんの？腹立たしいですわ。
The gall!
家族ちゃん、二人で今一度社畜ちゃんたちが隠れている通路を探してみない？私の嗅覚とあなたの審美眼が合わされば、気分はまるでバターとじゃがいも。最高のコンビネーションよ。
Is she finally gonna use her special skill and be somewhat useful? I sure hope so. She hasn't been useful this entire time. She's did a lot of damage to us, actually. The aesthetic eye added to her lexicon. Posh's detective ability, which allows her to gauge the quality of whatever she targets. Her parents both retain pride in their family name to this day, and have thus placed great importance on aristocratic etiquette, dining, and knowledge. From a young age, Posh herself has held much interest in the genuine historical documents and artifacts stored in her privileged household. Owing to this, she has gained a keen sense that can spot any fakes or forgeries with ease. The ability is a perfect complement to her haughty demeanor. She isn't just putting on airs when flaunting her upper-class status. However, the sensitivity has also been her ruin, as she is not able to afford authentic ingredients for her meals. Oh, wow. Peasant.
誰がジャガバターですの？ジャガイモにしてもバターにしても嫌な例えですわ。せめてエビマヨと言いなさい。エビはもちろん私ですけど。
Okay.
いや、何ですかその無意味なこだわり。
Yeah, like for real.
さて、私たちは何をしましょうかと。残された少女は顎に手を当てて考え。
I liked her little peer. It's like, huh? Is he okay now? Is he not gonna, be a predator? Okay, I'm good.
さっきちらっと見かけた資料室を調べてみるのはどうかな。10年前に機密警察が起こした誘拐事件について資料が残っているかもしれないし。
なるほど。あなたにしては賢いアイディアです。社畜探偵が語っていた不滅探偵とやらの秘密もわかるかもしれませんしね。
The Invincible Detective.
少女は笑顔で賛同した。
I wonder who that could be. Because the only really candidates are, at this moment, honestly, if they really are true to their name, are Watto, Doleful, and Renegade, because they're within that age group. I don't really think it could be Posh. She's too... I don't think she was experimented on. She's too high class. Family would have done something about it, and they were also kidnapping orphans. But like, honestly, out of these abilities, I feel like the one that matches the most is going to be Doleful, because they're able to sense danger and avoid it. So maybe they're invincible in that aspect. Oh wait, I didn't notice we got additional information here. Orphaned by a major earthquake 13 years ago, he was passed from relative to relative, trying his best to live without troubling others. His attitude changed, however, after he and workaholic detective solved case building number 6, a series of locked room murders at the place he just happened to be staying. He now strives to save others while grappling with this peculiar ability. Yeah, so like this a human danger magnet. Oh, we're gonna get more with the ones that we have an RT for. Oh, cool. You know, let's look at Teki. The eccentricities of his mentor, Detective Gentleman, are unparalleled within the DA. Despite his intellect, Teki's rank has remained largely stagnant. Oh, it's been remained stagnant. Huh. I thought it would have been the opposite. I thought he would have been like rising up the ranks because he's so high despite his young age. He views his pragmatic thinking as the root cause of this, and thus attempts to learn from his offbeat mentor's example. Detective Gentleman, however, is more concerned with the promises he makes to women than his detective work, something Teki is simply unable to comprehend. And we have Heaven Akutagawa. The incident that claimed the lives of her parents is known as the case of the lycanthrope. Her father, renowned literary figure Ryutaro Akutagawa. Oh, I forgot what Akutagawa's like the author's first name was. I think it was Ryu something as well. And his wife were senselessly murdered by a childhood friend envious of his success. The mystic detective who solved the case took her in thereafter. She now focuses on her studies, aiming to be a detective capable of supporting her adoptive father. Ah, I see. I don't know how many more opportunities we have for this. So I don't think that we are actually going to get like I don't know if we're gonna get all the RTs for everyone. Here we have Rowdy, Akane Toyama, 14 years old. Okay, in the past, she launched an assault on a local delinquent hideout, crushing them with all her might. This made her something of a local legend, heralded by the public as the Punk Stomper. However, when her recklessness caused unnecessary casualties, she crossed paths with Gourmet Detective, who is renowned for his strength even within the DA. She was then beaten to a pulp, subsequently joining the Detective Agents Alliance as a result of her defeat. I see. It's really cool how we get more details. I kind of wonder if... Yeah, we do. So that RT was both for Rowdy and Gourmet, so there was a 2-in-1. Real name Nadia Nikolina, and she's 27? I thought she was gonna be older. She seems very experienced. Okay, well, years ago, she worked as a legendary amateur wrestler, known as the Ice Queen. Her resistance to poison is rooted in the efforts she took to strengthen her body. A terror attack during the Dayless Night incident 13 years ago led her to become trapped under a collapsed building. After 2 weeks of fighting off starvation, she has never stopped feeling hungry since. Oh, we also have Workaholic and Diabolical? Oh no, it's just a change to his alias. I see. Oh, I'm gonna be on the lookout for that now. That's really cool. We head to the archives and start rummaging through the mountains of books filling the shelves. The place is clearly in need of some tidying up, and the slightest touch sends particles into the air of the stuffy room. This is gonna be a struggle.
すごい埃。誰も手入れしていなかったんだね。
これでは本たちがかわいそうです。パッと見ただけでも貴重な本がよりどりみどりですのに。と読書好きの少女は苦々しく思う心情を吐露した。
でも埃が積もってるってことはまだ社畜さんたちが調べきれてない証拠だよ。あの二人の探し物が残ってるかも。
So we just have to look for something that's not dusty, right? This room may have a clue like the missing data on that computer. We have to find it before either of them do. I mean, you can kind of see a book like jutting out there. Though honestly, that is kind of normal for shelves. I hold back a sigh as I look at the shelves. We don't even know how the books are organized. Picking out secret police documents from all of this is a tall order. I begin to dread how much time this will take. Bookworm, on the other hand, is like, ah, found it!
違う。これも違う。日本語にすらなってない。読む価値なし。
Wow, oh wow.
これもダメ。落第。無価値。
Damn, so fast. She's beside me, taking book off the shelves and flipping through them. She mutters a comment about each one of them as she stacks them on the table. Her speed is remarkable. She only spends about a dozen or so seconds per book. All I can do is stare incredulous at the sight.
文学さん、ものすごいスピードで読み進めているけど、それ本当に読めてるの？
It's okay, I can read them later in my mind with my photographic memory.
その年齢で速読を身につけていないのですかと少女は意外そうに尋ねた。
Oh my god.
うん、年齢とか関係なく速読を身につけてる人は少ないと思うよ。
In fact, I'm willing to bet a lot of people don't even know the technique exists to begin with.
ではこの島から帰ったら教えてあげますよ。難しい技術ではありませんので。と言って少女はにこやかに微笑みか
With a radiant smile. Oh, just look at that smile.
この島から帰った後の初めの予定ができたよ。
まあ読書は私の専門分野ですから、ここは私に任せて、あなたは重要な書籍を探す方に集中してくださいと指示を出し、少女は再び読書に集中し始めた。
Yes, ma'am.
オッケー、わかったよ。読む方はよろしくね。
Whenever I find anything about the secret police or something that could contain old information, I stack it near Bookworm. But she goes from cover to cover faster than I can find them. I can't keep up at all.
次の本はまだですかと少女は本を開け閉め
Just flipping
して
through the page. Come on, man. I'm
続きを催促する仕草を取り続ける。
I need some more books. You're kind of slow here, man.
ごめん、ちょっと待っててね。どれが参考になる資料なのか判断が難しくて。
I like this song. It's like it's a nice vibe.
やれやれ。
やれやれだぜ。
少女は自分の出番だと思い立ち上がった。
I'm sorry. Sorry. Bookworm stands in place, idly scanning the shelves from one end to another.
少女は本棚の中央を指さして、あの辺りを探してみるのが良いと思いますよと。
Huh?
一見不可思議な並びにも法則はあるものです。
Is it date?
背表紙の劣化具合からこの本棚が古い資料から順に並べていることがわかります。
Okay.
それでいて左側は明らかに腐食が激しいので、私たちに必要な機密警察の資料は今からおよそ10年前。年代順に並んでいるなら場所の見当はつきますよ。
That is a pretty good point, actually, yeah.
少女は自らの推理の根拠を説明してみせる。
本当だ。全然違うね。
The spines of the volumes in Bookworm's hands are practically two completely separate colors. I get it now. The titles didn't indicate any sequential order, which confused me a bit, but now I realize they're sorted by year of registration.
よくわかったね。さすがは文学探偵。
いや、この程度は常識なのですが、あなた探偵のくせに図書館で資料探しもしたことないのですかと
Oh my god.
少女はため息とともに尋ねかけた。
She's like, oh, you pitiful thing. You stupid little.
ごめんなさい。図書館なんて学校くらいでしか使わないです。
まったく仕方ありませんね。この島から戻ったら私の図書館巡りに付き合ってください。
I'm kind of curious what's going to happen to Bookworm once we leave because she is 11 years old, but no longer has a guardian once more.
読書は脳の呼吸だと言っても過言ではありません。無能探偵の脳が酸素不足に陥らないよう私がしっかりと教えてあげますよ。
She's gonna work us the bone of our brain.
ありがとう。楽しみにしてるよ。
We get back to it. I gather books, and Bookworm reads them. Many cover the SP, but the key sections are often blacked out. Time passes, and we learn nothing new, but as the volumes begin to pile across the table, our luck finally seems to turn around. Okay, this might be a weird spot, but I think I'm gonna end it here for today. We finally see some semblance of modern technology again. I'm really happy. I mean, I guess you can say like the SPXs and whatever, but I'm glad to see like we're getting close to the surface again. Hopefully we can go outside and breathe some fresh air. I don't want to say it's been claustrophobic, but like we've been indoors for so long. I think having a change of pace would be wonderful. And I like seeing like just having like a shower or like water or like just basic necessities not be a worry. At least like not like constantly being a worry. The moment we step into the secret passage from the mansion, we're just like, oh crap, we gotta worry about resources. But I'm assuming that they have adequate resources here, so I'm kind of glad about that. But it seems like this chase after Workaholic and Renegade is gonna last quite a while. I don't really know what's gonna happen, to be honest. I thought they would be easier to catch, but no, maybe this place is bigger than I thought. Maybe they're just really good at hiding, which I'm not surprised about. But we'll find out next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!